Hey you guys, it's Vanessa Cabrera, and I want to thank you for watching this training within the Leap to a Live Streaming Bootcamp. Super excited that you are here. So before we dive into the goods, I just wanted to cover some housekeeping matters that will help you a little bit more with this training, okay? And so number one, do me a solid and turn off all distractions. Get off of Facebook. All right, stop scrolling through Instagram, no checking emails, because I'm going to be covering a lot of details in this training. All right, so that's number one. Number two is definitely have something to take notes with, either notepad, or if you're a digital techie geek like me, if you have something digitally that you take notes with, definitely bust that out. Okay. The third thing is that you definitely want to stay up until the end of this training, because I have two monster gifts for you that you're going to want to receive. Okay. And then the last thing I wanted to tell you is this, is definitely during the training, if at any point you have some questions, write them down in your notebook or in your training, pause the video or whatnot, and then go back into the Facebook group, the Leap into Live Streaming Facebook group for the summit. Definitely post your questions there and tag me in them, okay? And I'll be more than happy to go in there and answer any questions that you may have. All right, sound good? Yes, yes? Okay, and so my training is kind of all over the place. Like, I'm a show and tell kind of chick. So sometimes you will see me here in the studio, hello. Sometimes gonna share some really cool stuff on my desktop that I want you to see. And then other times you're gonna see my slides, okay? All right, without further ado, let's get this party started. All right, so I'm gonna share my screen here. Okay, I'm gonna turn me off. Okay, all right, you guys, here we go. How to create a hashtag FOMO, fear of missing out, promotional plan guaranteed to skyrocket your live viewers. Yes, love, love, love me some live streaming. All right. And so, of course, when you're going live, you want, to get the party started. You don't want to be the only person at your party, right? So in this training, I'm going to walk you through step by step on how you can create your own promotional plan that will guarantee that more people show up for your live streams. Okay. All right, so just a quick introduction on who I am. Hello, hello. My name is Vanessa Cabrera. I'm an online marketing consultant. I am the creator of the ATM, All Things Marketing, which is my group consulting program. Inside the ATM is the best of the best of the best of my trainings, from how to market yourself on Facebook, how to market yourself on LinkedIn, Instagram, how to grow your email list and sell to your list, how to create irresistible content that your audience is literally craving for, okay? I also hold a group call once a month to help my clients with whatever marketing struggles that they're going through and kind of get them back in momentum. I also, let's try that again. I am also the creator of the Money Making Marketing Blueprint. That is for my private clients who want to work with me private. And they're like, you know what, Vanessa, just tell me what to do. Give me my marketing plan and I will execute it, right? So I sit down with my private clients and I map out their entire online marketing plan based on their business objectives and their persona, because persona counts in the online world, right? So that is me. But before you see all this fancy schmancy stuff that you see on your screen now, that I was featured, it's an inspired coach in Chicago Magazine and speaking at the Midwest Digital Marketing Conference and all this fancy schmancy stuff. It wasn't always like this, okay? Back in the day, I was a marketing director for a slot machine manufacturer here in Illinois. And I hated every minute of it, even though I was making bank. It was a monster challenge and it was something different. I was one of those 9-to-5ers who hated going into work. It was a good old boys club, as the gambling industry tends to be. No offense, gentlemen, but let's just say that they didn't treat me very well. And so I decided to start my side gig and actually launch my consulting business on the side. So I would go home, work on my website, grow my email list, right? All that stuff that we're taught how to do. And so fortunately or unfortunately, I actually lost my job because they pulled out of the Illinois market a little bit earlier than I thought they would. Like I knew the writing was on the wall, but I lost my job. And so here's a shot of me speaking. And as you can tell from this picture, I'm completely miserable because not only did I lose my job, but a week after I found out I was going to lose my job, I found out that I was pregnant. And at that same time that I found out I was pregnant, the father of my son basically left me and said I was pretty much on my own and was going to raise this child on my own. So there I was, no job, no money coming in, no insurance, a baby on the way, and completely alone. And so why am I telling you this story? I'm not telling you the story for you to have sympathy for me or anything like that. I want you to know that if I can do it as a single mom to building a successful online business, so can you. I promise you. This is a shot of me at like 8 months pregnant, I think. I had 1 month left to go. And I was miserable, as you can tell, miserable. There was a time where I would drive 2 hours to speak to 2 people maybe. And you know, no money coming in. It was a very, very scary time, but I just put one foot in front of the other. I knew this was going to work. And I knew that the powers that we have now, these incredible social media platforms, was the key to my success. And live streaming has a monster role on how I'm actually able to land clients and things like that. Okay. So that is my story. So for any entrepreneur who's watching this, or any small business owner where you're overthinking, or you think it's never going to happen, or it's going to take years, it's not. I promise you, just stay visible and relevant, and you too can have a successful online business like me. Okay. Yes. Yes. Okay. Cool. All right. So I want you guys to take this in. Social media is really about sociology and psychology more than the techie stuff, right? Like I know we have to learn the techie stuff. I have to learn the techie stuff. We have to keep up to date on all this stuff, right? But here's the bottom line in getting people to show up to your live streams, okay? Or to your events, period. If you don't believe it, they won't buy it. Meaning that, you know, I can show you all these strategies and tactics on how to increase your visibility, how to market yourself, how to use Facebook, live streaming, Instagram stories, all this stuff that we have. But here's the bottom line. If you're not feeling your own live streams, they won't either, right? Like your live stream has got to be the best live stream on the planet. Like you have to be like, you got to come to my live stream because it's going to change your life. You got to come to my live stream because, you know, you're going to feel better. You have to come to my live stream because you're going to feel healthier. You're going to have a better life, right? Things like that, whatever the case may be. Because here's the thing, when you go to market it, people can smell the BS, right? I'm sure you've seen those posts where people are like, come join me live, right? I'm going live tomorrow. Okay, so there's a different vibe to that energy. Every single time I go live, I'm like, yo, this is the best thing on the planet. You need to watch this live stream for XYZ, right? After I go live, I guarantee you're going to know how to create a FOMO promotional plan for your live streams, right? So that's really the bottom line. That's the secret, guys. That's the secret to success, because here you have to market your live streams, right? You have to create content, and we'll get into all that. But I'm telling you, if you are not loving your live streams and you don't think that they are the baddest of the baddest live streams on the planet, no one else is going to show up. So it's got to start with you. It's got to start with your mindset, your mentality that this is going to be a game changer for people, and they have to show up and watch you live. All right? Yes? Okay. So that's my secret to getting people to watch me live, because it's all about my energy. And I know that I'm going to give them value, and I know you will too. Okay, so step one in creating a hashtag FOMO promotional plan for your live streams is to have goals, right? So this is just kind of marketing 101. There's nothing new here, all right? But when you're creating a marketing plan, really the bottom line of marketing, guys, is measuring whether or not what you're doing is actually working, right? So when we're talking live streamings, you need to set a goal, okay? So I want, 10 people live with me on this next live stream. I want 30 people live with me at this next live stream. I want 300 people live with me, or 3,000 people live with me, okay? So you have to set a goal to which when you create your marketing plan, that's the goal. So by the time you're done, you can look back and understand clearly without a shadow of a doubt what worked and what didn't, okay? So that's step one. How many live viewers do I want people at my next live stream? Okay, write that one down. Step one, how many live viewers? Cool, cool? Okay. The second step is understanding who you want showing up to your party, right? Your target audience, right? So you need to know who is your target audience. Who are the people who are going to want to buy from you, who are going to want to work with you, who are going to want your products and services, right? And then figure out which social media platform they're on and go there, hang out there, okay? I often ask my clients how many social media platforms they're on, and they're usually like, I'm on Facebook, and I'm on LinkedIn, and I'm on Instagram, and I have a Twitter handle, but I'm never on it, right? Things like that. So here's the thing, especially if you're a singlepreneur or a small business that you don't have like a marketing department really, or not a huge support to help you with your social media marketing, is this. You want to focus on one, maybe two social media platforms at a time and double down on that social media platform, okay? Because if you're trying to manage 4, 5, 6, 7 social media platforms at the same time, do you think that you're going to be able to create content, put it out there, engage with your audience, have a conversation, and then convert them into clients? There's no way you can manage them all. One of them is going to fall by the wayside, all right? So know your target audience, know where they're hanging out, and just focus on 1 or 2 social media platforms and kill it on those 2 social media platforms. I'm telling you, you will see your results come in faster, right? You will see them coming faster if you're just focused on a couple of social media platforms rather than 7. All right, makes sense? Yes? So that is step 2, understanding your target audience and then deciding which social media platform you're gonna throw down in. All right, so step 3, let's talk about planning, right? Okay, so we're talking about live streaming. So this is the reason why I recommended my clients to focusing on maybe 1 or 2 social media platforms at a time, because really you need to understand and leverage all the features of all these incredible social media platforms that are now readily available to us, right? So for example, Instagram ain't Facebook, okay? They're completely 2 separate social media platforms entirely, okay? And so I've seen people treat Instagram like Facebook, and then they come to me and they're like, Vanessa, Instagram isn't working. And I'm like, well, I know, I could tell. You know, you're just trying to post everywhere, be everywhere to everybody for everything, and your message is getting washed away and you're unfocused, okay? So let's take this step by step. So for Facebook, Facebook is still the biggest elephant in the room, right? Is still the biggest social media platform on the planet with 2 billion users, and they have over 1.64 million active users a day, meaning 1.64 people log on to Facebook every single day. So people come to me and they say, well, my audience isn't on Facebook. Well, I call BS. I just think that you just haven't had a plan and a real focus on how to talk to them, right? So let's dive into the features of Facebook. So how can you leverage them, right? So there's 3 places that you can market your live streams on Facebook, right? So we have Facebook business pages, we have Facebook groups, and we have Facebook personal profiles, right? Pretty simple, okay? So one of the things that I do to announce me going live, right, is creating a Facebook event, okay? And so you can create a Facebook event on all 3 of these features, your business page, Facebook groups, and your personal profile, all right? But there's a slight difference in how these are seen. So for example, you can create a Facebook event on your business page, but you have to invite people to that event for them to really see it, right? Because less than, I think it's 2% of your Facebook followers who are following your Facebook page only see your posts, okay? So there's no guarantee that all of your Facebook page followers will see that event, all right? But you certainly can do that. You can create an event and invite people. Now, here's my secret sauce, is in Facebook groups. This is crazy, y'all. Okay, So what you could do is you can create an event inside a Facebook group, whether you manage one yourself, you have your own Facebook group, or you're a part of different Facebook groups that have your target audience in them, right? Just be careful and understand the rules and regulations of each Facebook group because they're all different. Some people allow you to promote your business, others don't. There's Facebook groups that have been created specifically just for events. So they want you to go in there and create an event, okay? And so here's the thing. So when you create a Facebook event in a group, your friends within that group get automatically invited. They get a notification that Vanessa invited you to this event. And when they click on it, it's a live streaming event. The next time I'm going live, all right? So let me show you what this looks like because this is pretty cool. All right, where am I going? I think here. All right, so here is my Facebook group. It's called Badass Bosses, okay? And so here, I'll show you here in events. Like I said, guys, this is my go-to step number 1 for promoting my live streams. And so my last live stream was, oh, perfect. This is a great example. All right, come on, internet. There we go. Come on. This is what happens, guys, when you're at home with your children and you have to now share your bandwidth when you never had to do this. Okay. All right. So this is my last live streaming event that I just did. I was interviewed by the Midwest Digital Marketing Conference that I was supposed to be speaking at, and unfortunately, due to the pandemic, it was canceled. But they're still going through. It's going to be a virtual event, and what they're doing is they're interviewing all of their speakers, right? So I went into my group, okay, and they gave me an image here that I could use specifically for Facebook group events. Now, this is what I wanted to show you guys. So when I created this inside of Badass Bosses, 300 people were automatically invited. I didn't have to personally invite 300 people. They just got a notification that Vanessa created an event in Badass Bosses and they were invited to it. They also get reminders about the event. So Facebook is doing half my work, half the work of me marketing, me going live, all right? The other thing I wanted to show you guys about using Facebook events to promote your live streaming is this. You can absolutely go in there and create pre-engagement. Like you can start the party early before you even go live. So for example, here I posted, man, what am I gonna do with this outgrowth, okay, of my hair? It's a big problem, guys, right? I got some grays going on. It's really long. I'm dying for a haircut, right, as we all are. Come on, internet, you're messing with me. So the point is that you're able to go in to this Facebook event and post inside of it, and everyone got notified that I posted in there, right? So like we can have a conversation before you even go live, you can start engaging with them, right? So let's say for this particular live streaming, I was being interviewed on my breakout session. And so I could go in there and say, hey guys, what questions do you have regarding live streaming or whatever else I was going to talk about? And then people can go in and ask me questions before I even go live. All right, guys. So that's step 1. That is my absolute go-to for promoting my live streams and making sure people show up live to me. Okay. So that's the second thing that you could do is create a Facebook event within Facebook groups. And obviously the third is, going into your Facebook personal profile. You can also create an event from your personal profile. But again, like your business page, you have to invite people one by one. But you can definitely promote that you're going live. All right. So let's talk about Instagram. So if you're going to use Instagram in promoting your live stream, again, Instagram ain't Facebook, so it shouldn't be treated like one. So you can definitely do an Instagram story telling people when you're going live, whether you're going live on Instagram or Facebook. You need to know what you're doing when it comes to hashtags on Instagram. So don't get cutesy with your hashtags. Hashtags are the #1 way people find you on Instagram, okay? So you need to be super strategic on which hashtags you're using, right? So you can promote yourself going live on Instagram stories, within your Instagram posts, And if you want, you can create a pre-recorded video, post it onto IGTV. And the cool thing about IGTV is that you can include a link within the video, which if you know Instagram, that's one of the things that bugs people is that we're limited on where we can put links, right? And so you can do a pre-recorded video telling people that you're going live and then include the link on where they can watch you go live, where they can join your party, right? All right, so moving on to LinkedIn. So again, the same features. You have LinkedIn business pages, you have LinkedIn groups, and you have your LinkedIn personal profile, all right? So you can definitely promote yourself when you're going live, post on your business page, your LinkedIn groups, absolutely post in other LinkedIn groups that you're able to do this. Again, you gotta be wary of everyone's groups, and they have different rules and regulations, okay? You can write a LinkedIn article, right? More people see LinkedIn articles. You get more eyes on LinkedIn articles, not just your connections, people, okay? So if you want to increase your visibility and let people know about your live streams and what you're talking about, one easy way to do this is write an article about one of your live streams and then provide them the link where they can catch you live, where you go live more often, right? Very, very cool trick, because a lot of people don't know when you write a LinkedIn article, it's not just your connections that are able to read your articles, it's anybody on LinkedIn, okay? Twitter. So I'm just gonna be real with you guys. I'm not an expert in Twitter at all. Twitter actually gives me a headache. I don't get it, I don't understand it, but I wanted to include it because it is still a social media channel, and there are some things that you can do to market your live streams using Twitter. So you can obviously tweet that you're going live from your Twitter handle, right? You can have a Twitter live chat, okay? I just found out what a Twitter live chat was 2 years ago. Scared the bejesus out of me. I did it because they were interviewing me. I was gonna be a speaker at a conference, and they asked me, Vanessa, do you wanna do a Twitter chat? I said, okay, never done it, scared to death. But basically it's, you're on Twitter and you're using a specific hashtag that people can ask you questions, and then you can reply with a tweet. Okay, so that is my 101 of Twitter. The other cool thing I found out about Twitter is that, you know, for those people who have Twitter lists, so let's say there's a conference and the conference creates a Twitter list of all the speakers, you can then copy that list. I was like, what? So you can copy that list and tweet to them and kind of increase your visibility and let people know about your live streamings that way, all right? So this is the deal, guys. That's why it's super important to know all these different features within all these social media platforms, because again, this is why I tell my clients just to choose 1 or 2 social media platforms and double down on them, because there's so many different ways to market yourself and so many different social media platforms to do this that it can get overwhelming, all right? So that's what I'm saying. Just choose 1 or 2 social media platforms to market yourself and double down on them. Cool? Yes, yes? All right. Okay, so step 4 is actually creating your content and then scheduling it to go out regarding your live streams. Again, you guys have got to picture your live streams as these online events, right? Because it is. If you don't picture it like that, no one else will, all right? So this is an online event you're marketing for, right? So here's the thing. So we now know which social media platforms that we're going to market in, right? And so you want to create all your social media graphics that you can use to market your upcoming live stream. And so I wanted to show you guys some really cool examples on how you can do just this. So I'm going to take that. All right. So these are just general social media graphics that you've probably seen before of people like promoting their event and things like that. Again, I want you guys to think of your live streams as an event, an online event, because that's exactly what it is. And so here is an image, and I believe this is an image of a all-day webinar series that I was a part of. Yeah, so this was a day of digital, right? A free all-day webinar event. That I had a slot that I was going to speak live, etc. Right? So you guys can do this the same thing. It doesn't have to be a webinar or a huge summit, okay? Again, if you do this and you create this content, telling people when you're going live from a place that is coming from in the beginning of this training, right? Where I'm like, you need to be fired up about your training. So this is the fun part, right? This is the fun part of social media, that you're able to create all this cool content and get people super, super hyped about coming to your live streams, okay? So you want to create these social media graphics to get people hyped, right? So that's the norm, right? That's usually the norm that we see of people promoting their live streams, etc. I have a couple others. Let's see. So for the Midwest Digital Marketing Conference, so this was another one. So the first one I showed you guys was the Facebook event group image, right? It's different dimensions. And this one is just the Facebook post image that they gave me, right? So promoting when I was going to go live with them, what we're going to talk about, things like that. All right. So again, this is where you want to start creating your content, coming up with these ideas and getting excited on how to promote your live stream, right? So again, this was the same as the other one, but the other one was a Facebook group event image. Okay. So they provided me with numerous images I could use. It gave me one for Instagram and LinkedIn and all that good stuff, okay? So that's the norm, right? That you guys have seen that over and over, right? Those are the norm kinds. All right, so here is one I definitely wanted to show you guys. So here's a friend of mine, Jeff C. I actually met Jeff C. at the Midwest Digital Marketing Conference, and you guys may know of him. He interviews experts around the world on Social Media Examiner, their live streaming show, their podcast show. He's an expert in Pinterest. He's super creative, right? And so here's his speaker image of him going to speak at the Social Media Marketing World in 2019, okay? But this is how creative Jeff is. And so I had to show you guys this. What? All right, so when I saw that, when everyone saw this, it kind of blew our minds, right? Because this is, you know, a graphic, but like with a little video in it. And Jeff actually sold, he has a training that you can buy where he shows you how to do this step by step, right? So see how like super cool that is, guys? So this is what I'm saying about creating content. You got to be excited about your live streaming. There's so much fun things you guys can do to get the hype up and get people excited to join you live. All right. So super, super creative by Jeff. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Blew me away, right? All right. So those just are a handful of examples of different social media graphics you can create to start marketing the fact that you're going to be going live, right? So once you create your social media graphics, the next step is to create a schedule of your emails, right? So if you have an email list, yes, definitely invite your email list to the party, right? Because there's some people who may be following on Facebook but aren't on your email list, and vice versa. There's some people on your email list that aren't on your Facebook page or whatever social media platform you're on, okay? So you definitely want to create a schedule of the emails you're going to send out about your live streaming, okay? The next step is we talked a little bit about groups, okay? And so how are you going to be showing up? So you also need to put that within your schedule as well, right? So we're going to be posting in this group. We're going to create the event in our group at this time, you know, at this date, you know, things like that, all right? So you definitely want to have a plan for how you're going to use these groups. The next thing that you can do is you can certainly go live and talk about your live stream, okay? Ain't no shame in that game. You can certainly just pick up the phone, go live and say, hey guys, remember, don't forget, I'm going live Friday at, 6 p.m. Central. Come join me for happy hour where I'm going to show you 5 ways on how to invest your money now, whatever the case may be, okay? So you can absolutely use live streaming to promote your big, big event, right? You can use pre-recorded videos. So if you want to just shoot something really, really quickly as a reminder, same thing with live streaming. Hey guys, don't forget, we're going live such time. Here's a link. Please join us if you have any questions, things like that, okay? And then the last thing that you guys want to do is you want to sit down and look at your schedule and see, okay, because you want to organize all of this, right? So you have your social media graphics, you have your emails going, your live streams, when you're going to post to your group, and you need to manage all of that, right? So let's say, on Monday, we're going to post to our Facebook business page. On Tuesday, we're going to create a Facebook event within our group, and maybe if we're allowed to in other groups. That's Tuesday, right? On Wednesday, we're going to send out the first email about the live stream. Okay. On Thursday, we're going to go live and remind them about the live streaming. And then Friday, we're going to post the pre-recorded videos of, talking about the live streaming. All right. So make no mistake about it, guys. This is an absolute campaign for people to get excited and get hyped and show up to your live streams. Okay. All right. So step 5, once you have your plan down, right, is this. If you want people to show up to your live streams, you need to double down on your promotions, okay? I cannot stress this enough. So the number one problem I see, or mistake, I would say that people are doing when they're marketing their live streams is that they're marketing the live streams, but they're also marketing other things like, hey guys, did you guys know I have a book? Click on, this Amazon link to go get it. Or, hey guys, did you guys read my book? Click on this link to give me reviews, right? Or, hey guys, I'm going to be interviewed on this podcast, on Wednesday. Make sure, to come and listen to what I have to say, or whatever the case may be. So the thing is that you're promoting all the stuff that your audience is going to forget about your live streams. Because here's the thing, there's so much content coming at us, guys, right? Like 24/7, 365 days out of the year, like 7-Eleven, we never close, right? So how do you break through that noise? You have to be consistent with what your marketing is, right? So if your plan of attack is to go live and to sell them, right? Especially if you're selling something, if you're selling them on your program, if you're selling them on your products or services, or you want to grow your Facebook group, you want to grow your following, you want to grow your email list, whatever the business objective is, right? That's step 1, right? Why are we doing this? You have to be consistent and talk about nothing else except that live stream. You have to hammer it in over and over and over again for people won't forget, right? And be like, oh, that's right, she's going live on Friday. I meant to, I want to RSVP to that Facebook event that she invited me to. So I get reminders, right? So double down on your promotions and talk about nothing else, all right? So if your plan was to send out 1 email a week before your live stream, send out 2 emails. If you plan on posting twice a week, that is not enough, right? Post 4 times a week, and so on and so forth, okay? I'm telling you guys, once you double down on your promotions of your live streams, they will show up. Cool? Yes, yes? Okay. So what happens when you actually create a FOMO promotional plan? So here's my client, Constance Contursi. She is a fitness trainer, and she is as scary as she looks. She crushes me in her kickbox classes every weekend. I've been her consultant for 6 years now. And Constance actually had 2 fitness studios here in Chicago. Unfortunately, she had to let one go, not because it was failing, but for personal reasons. She was just wearing too thin and trying to manage 2 studios. So she made the very hard decision to shut one of them down. And so for years, I was telling her, I was like, girl, you need to put these kickbox classes online so anyone could take them. And she was like, yeah, I know. Yeah, we'll get to it. Well, when she had to close her studio, she came to me and she's like, okay, I need to find a way to, make that income that I'm now losing because I had to shut down one of the studios. And she's like, okay, I'm ready to start my online membership. I was like, okay, cool. So we sat down. I did her money-making marketing blueprint, right, step by step. And her plan was basically to promote this live streaming. I'm like, this is how we're going to launch Savage Squad. That's the name of her online workout memberships. And so it was just a promotional plan leading up to a live stream where she was going to go live, explain to people why she had to close one of her studios, because we didn't know. Like we're all like orphans. We didn't know what happened, but we just knew that she closed, right? So she went live explaining why she decided to close one of the studios, and then announced the fact that they're still able to take her kickbox classes online, which was the perfect time because even though she closed her studios, we still wanted to train with her, right? But we just didn't want to drive so far to the other location. So we mapped out her plan. She implemented it beautifully. She created a Facebook event on both her Facebook business pages. She was promoting the fact that she was going live, that she was had this big announcement coming up. And the FOMO was fierce. Like she texted me one time and said, oh my gosh, Vanessa, this is working. Like people are asking if I'm pregnant. People are asking if I'm getting married. Like people are so curious on what I'm going to be talking about, right? So, so that was the plan. And so when she went live, the plan, the business objective was to get 25 new members in the Savage Squad within the first month. That was the business objective, right? And so she went live, and right before she went live, she texted me and said, Vanessa, I hate you. And I texted her back and I said, I hate you too. By the way, she hates social media. She hates technology. She's not super techie, but she knows she's got to be on social media for her business. And she just figured it out, right? We all have to figure out this techie stuff. So she went live, she did a great job. And I think she went to the bar right after and she's like, I don't want to know. I don't want to know what people had to say, because she was so nervous and just like ignored social media and the techie world for the next day or so. And then she finally checked her email. And when she did, this is what she saw. You've made a sale. You've made a sale. You've made it. It's kind of like Oprah. You get a car, you get a car, you get a car. Wouldn't that be great, guys, to wake up and check your email and see all these sales, right? This is what happens when you have a plan on how you're going to market yourself, specifically using live streaming, okay? This was a very, very simple plan, guys. And so the business objective, right, is we wanted to get 25 new members in the Savage Squad. And I believe she got 35 within 48 hours of her going live. They were so ecstatic that they were still able to take a kickbox class, even though she was no longer had a studio near them, that it was a monster success, okay? This is what can happen, guys. All right, here's my other client, Miss Erica Gilchrist. She is a badass. I work with badasses. She's an 11-time author. She's a speaker. She's an incredible speaker, and event producer too. So she came to me, and her brand is WTF, Women Thriving Fearlessly, right? So she came to me and said, you know what, Vanessa, I'm gonna do my first event, the WTF Women's Expo, specifically for women in business, to empower them, things like that. And so I said, awesome. So the thing with Erica is she's an absolute badass offline. Like she is an incredible speaker and, you know, things like that, but she was confused when it came to social media and she was overwhelmed, like a lot of people are, right? So she came to me and she's like, Vanessa, I need your help in, for my expo, to get attendees, to get sponsors, things like that. So I sat down with Erica. We did her money-making marketing blueprint, step by step by step. And live streaming was a huge part of that, right? So we scheduled about a plan for her to interview the speakers for her WTF. There was a plan for her going live, you know, once a week, explaining what WTF was about, right? And then she was out and about, like I said, she's a badass offline. So she was being interviewed by radio stations and TV and things like that. And so I was like, get your camera, girl, and make sure you go live so we can get like the behind the scenes of you promoting WTF, even though you can't interact, right? So the whole plan was really just using live streaming, just keep going, hitting them hard, going live with all their speakers, her going live, telling them about the event, the benefits, hyping them up, things like that, right? Her seeing the being interviewed on WGN and all these big networks and things like that, and sold out. Her WTF Expo was sold out, okay? But there was a plan, there was still a marketing plan for during the events and after the events. For this training, guys, we're just talking about promoting your live streaming, but overall marketing plan should encompass everything, the before, the during your live stream, and after, okay, for sure. And we had a plan for everything, even during her event, how we were going to market it, getting all this content for her marketing, and then following up with hot leads after the event, right? Okay, so that's my girl Erica. All right, so I have one monster pro tip for you, one last pro tip on how to create a hashtag fear of missing out promotional plan guaranteed to skyrocket live viewers, okay? But before I get into that, I wanted to make sure that I wanted to let you guys know of the 2 gifts I have for you, all right? So I'm gonna come back in here. Where am I? That's not what I want. Here I am. Hi there. I'm back. Okay, so check it out. So I have two gifts for you. The first gift is my freebie that you guys can get access to both these items on my speaker page within the summit, I believe. If you can't find it, go into the Facebook group, tag me, and I'll hook you up. I'll let you know where to go to get this. So my first freebie is this. Is a free guide on 16 ways on how to market your business using live streaming. So if you're watching this and going, okay, I want people to show up, but I don't know how I can incorporate my business or how to sell or things like that, or different ideas on what to go live about, this is why I created this guide, 16 ways on how to market your business via live streaming, all right? So that is my gift to you for watching, so thank you very much. My other gift to you is this, and I'm gonna pull up my screen. And I think you guys can see me. This is what I want. Okay. Hi there. Okay. And so this is my other gift to you. So as a thank you for watching my training, I'm inviting you to join the ATM. All things marketing, my group consulting program. And like I said, inside is the best of my trainings, but specifically speaking, there is a training on monetizing Facebook. I just kind of got the tip of the iceberg in this training, but there's also my 5-day Facebook Alive challenge, right? So if you're looking for a way to get camera confident, to stay consistent with your live streams, things like that. That challenge is also found in there, like I said, so it's chock full of everything, leveraging LinkedIn, talking about Instagram, how to use Instagram to market your business, the caches in the content, how to create epic content that your audience wants from you. And I'm telling you, they're waiting for you to create it, all right? And mastering email marketing, all right? So that's just a handful of what's in there, okay? And so, I also have one monthly group call a month where you can come into the group and ask me questions on where you're struggling with. And so I can help you get unstuck and move on with your marketing game plan. All right. So the total for this is normally $2,400. Okay. It's normally $197 a month to be a member of the ATM, but because of Leap Into live stream, everyone said, thank you, Leap in the live stream. I'm offering this to you guys for $997 for an entire year. You get access to all the modules, all the trainings inside for $997 a year when it's over nearly $2,000 to be a member, okay? But I ain't done. Wait, I ain't done. All right, on top of that, when you join through this special, you're also going to get a bonus and private session with me that we're going to customize and accelerate your marketing, okay? One session with me, there's two things that I cover. I wanna get you super clear on what you're doing on social media, and I want you to monetize your marketing. That's exactly what marketing should be, right? You need to make money in your business, all right? So one session with me, it's proven to get people results fast and quick. I want you super focused. We will focus on which social media platform you should be on. We will talk about your marketing plan and your objectives to get paid, just like Constance and just like Erica, all right? So that is my second gift to you. Hopefully I see you inside the ATM. You can grab the link from my speaker page. Cool, cool? Yes, yes, yes. Thank you, Leap in the live stream. Okay. All right, so this is my last monster tip, right? Ready? Write this one down. Okay, so how to turn a like into an attendee. Here's the thing, I get this question asked a lot, and there has been a lot of discussion if a like even matters anymore, right? So I've seen people, I need to get a drink for this one. Okay. So I've seen a lot of people say a like doesn't mean anything, or I don't even pay attention to likes because, you know, the like doesn't push the algorithm, right? Does nothing for the algorithm, meaning it doesn't push my content out to more people, right? So people aren't really paying attention to their likes. They're paying attention to the people who are commenting and who are sharing their content, okay? That's a huge, huge mistake, all right? Huge mistake. What we have to remember, guys, it's not always just about the algorithm. That person who liked your live stream or your content, that's a human being. I think we forget that, right? We just get caught up in all this stuff and algorithms and email funnels and live streaming and content and all this stuff that like, there's leads literally saying, hello, I'm interested in what you had to say, loved your content, and yet they're not being reached out to. This is a monster mistake. So how do you turn a like into a possible attendee? So this is what you guys want to do. You always want to pay attention to your leads. And believe me, a like is a lead, right? So they took the time to watch your live streams, pay attention who's liking them, and then befriend them, right? And then what you can do is send them a private message if you're on Facebook, or a DM if you're on Instagram saying, hey, Judy, thanks so much for watching. I see you've been watching my live streams. I just wanted to reach out and say thanks, and hopefully they're helping you out, right? You will be amazed at the response that you get. I do this all the time just to be kind, right? That's 101, and what I'm teaching my 5-year-old is to be kind. These people took the time to watch your live streams. The very least we could do is reach out and say thank you, right? And the response I get is like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're private messaging me. And I'm like, why? I'm super appreciative of it, right? And so that's how you start to nurture leads. And you can say, hey, by the way, I have another live stream coming up next, whatever, Monday, and I'm going to be talking about this. Do you think that'll help you in your business, right? Sometimes they come back and they're like, yeah, for sure. Or they're like, no, you know what? I'm really struggling with this. That's new content. So I'd be like, oh, okay. I'm like, well, let me see if I can do a live stream on that. And they're like, really? Right? So that's how you can turn a like into an attendee. You know, we kind of saw the macro of your marketing plan when it comes to your live streams. This is the micro of it, right? Like reaching out, that personal touch that sometimes is missing when we're talking about social media marketing, because we are so involved in getting so many live viewers and so many replay viewers and so many leads and all this, that literally, guys, just a personal outreach goes just miles beyond. Okay. Yes. Yes. All right. Cool. All right. To sum up. Okay. Here we go. So how to create a hashtag fear of missing out promotional plan guaranteed to skyrocket your live viewers is this. Number one, you got to be down for your own live stream, right? It's got to fire you up first, or else it's not going to fire up anybody. Okay. That's first and foremost. All right. So step one, set your attendee goals. How many people do you want live at your next live stream, right? Number two, know your target audience and where they're hanging out. All right. So double down and just focus on 1 or 2 social media platforms. I cannot stress this enough, guys. I'm telling you, this will help you get faster results for your business. If you're trying to be everywhere to everyone at every time, you're going to be overwhelmed and you're not going to accomplish your goals. I've seen it happen time and time again. All right. So know your target audience and focus on your social media platform. Number 3, plan out your campaign with a clear understanding of each social media channel's features. There are badass features that we can use, right? But if we're trying to be everywhere, we miss them and we're not using them to the best of our ability. All right. So make sure you know these features and how you can implement them to get more people on your lives. Number 4 is create your content and schedule it out. This is the fun part. This should be the fun part, right? So like I showed you some like really cool things people are doing, super creative to market themselves and market their events and their live streams and things like that. This should be the fun part. I'm telling you, again, this is what should light you up. Because if you wake up and you're like, I have to send out an email on my live stream, I really don't want to. Your subscribers can feel it. I am telling you, right? So you got to get fired up one way or another when you're creating content. This is the fun stuff. And finally, double down on your promo. Whatever you guys are doing, if you want people to show up, tell them over and over and over again when you're going live, why they should watch, the benefits of watching, what they're going to learn after, things like that. All right. So double down on your promo. Yes. Yes. Okay. All right, guys. Yes. Helpful, hopefully. All right. I want to thank you so much for watching this training. Hopefully it was useful to you. Again, if you have any questions whatsoever on this training, my freebie or my offer that I have for you guys, absolutely go ahead and reach out to me in the Facebook group. I will be there being active and super excited to see what you guys had to say about this training. So I will see you online.